everyone, and welcome to class today. We're going to do just a gentle kind of cozy flow, so feel free to wear socks, cozy sweater, sweatshirt. Block may be helpful as well as a blanket, but you do not need them to practice today. We're going to start in just a comfortable seated position. If you have a wall accessible, you can sit with your back against the wall just for some extra support wherever you find yourself. Just finding a tall spine. Crown of the head lifts up, reaches toward the ceiling. We'll tune into the breath as we start our practice today. Noticing how the chest rises with every inhale and falls with every exhale. Cat has made his way into the room, so he'll be joining us for practice today. As you continue to breathe, sometimes placing one hand on the heart, one hand on the belly can be just a soft way to physically tune into the breath, feeling the chest rise with your hand, belly expand, and then as they fall in, stay here for another few breaths on your own. You find your mind wandering, just coming back to the breath here, to the body. One more deep inhale. And exhale to let it go. From here, we're going to stay seated as we start to open the spine. So if your eyes have been closed, you can gently blink them open. You've been against a wall, just giving yourself a little bit of room to move. We'll inhale, arms reaching up, and as you exhale, the left hand is going to come to the right knee. Right hand will come behind you like a kickstand. Gentle twist. Inhale to find length along the spine, and your exhale is what brings you deeper. Being gentle with yourself, not yanking, forcing yourself into the twist, just letting it happen naturally. Another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hands will come back to center, arms reaching up, twisting the opposite direction, right hand to the left knee. Left hand behind you like a kickstand. Inhale, finding length along the spine. And exhale, sinking into the twist. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale back to center, arms reaching overhead. This time we're going to bring the right hand down to the mat for a side bend. Keeping the chest open, slightly lifted. You can walk your fingers out, maybe even coming down to the forearm. Keeping that left hip rooted into the mat. We don't want to be lifting up. Our sits bones touching the mat. Inhale to center, arms reaching up, And then left hand to the mat, side bend left, reaching up and over. With your right hand reaching through the fingers. Again, you can walk the left fingertips out, maybe coming down to the left forearm. Right hip stays rooted. Inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center. Arms reaching up, then bring the hands together at heart center. Take a moment just to breathe. Close your eyes, keep them open. Always using the breath as your anchor, something to come back to. You feel your mind wandering in class or just throughout the day. And then we'll roll over, our knees coming to a tabletop position. This is where blanket, towel, even a pillow may feel good underneath the knees, just for a little extra padding. Shoulders stack over the wrists, hips over the knees. We'll move through some cat-cow. As you inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, hips lift. Exhale, rounding through the spine, pressing the mat away from you. Inhale back to our cow, hips will lift, opening the chest. Exhale, pressing the mat away from you, shoulder blades draw away from each other. Inhale, one more round, soften the belly, look forward. Exhale, rounding through the spine for cat. Back to our tabletop once again, shoulders stack over the wrists, hips over the knees, spreading the fingers wide so you can see the mat between each of your fingers. Hopefully you don't have quite as a clingy animal training you for practice today. We're going to go through some thread the needle twists. So bring the weight into the right hand to start. Inhale, left arm will reach up. Now with our thread the needle, typically we go all the way down to the mat. We're going to go until we're about hovering about an inch or two from the ground. Not quite going to touch down, so one more inhale. Exhale, twisting into our thread the needle. Shoulder drops toward the mat but doesn't touch. Inhale to unwind. We'll do two more. Exhale, thread the needle, twisting down toward the mat. Inhale, thread the needle. Exhale, touching almost down, and then inhale to unwind, and exhale back to our tabletop. So we just bring some motion into our upper spine. And we'll repeat that on the other side. So weight into the left hand. Inhale, right arm reaches to open. Then exhale, thread the needle twist, dropping toward the mat. Inhale to unwind. Exhale, thread the needle, almost touching down. Inhale to unwind. And last one, thread the needle twist. Inhale to unwind, and then exhale back to tabletop position. From here, we're going to sink the hips back, finding a child's pose. You can spread your knees to the outer edges of the mat. You can keep the knees together as you sink the hips back. Just finding whatever feels best in the body today. Walking the hands forward and then dropping the forehead to the mat. Staying here for a few breaths. Maybe using this time to set an intention for your practice today. Whatever that may be, big or small. And then from our child's pose, we'll press back up to a tabletop position once again. Coming to all fours. going to extend the right leg behind us, toes tucked under, pressing through the heel, engaging that right leg. From here, we're going to spin the right heel down to the mat, left toes will swing off, and then planting the left palm, inhale, right arm reaches for a grounded side plank. Keeping that right leg engaged, pressing through the heel, the outer edge of the right foot. One more inhale. Exhale, right hand touches down, returning to our tabletop position. Repeating on the other side. The left leg extends back, toes curled under, pressing through the heels to start. And the left heel touches down, right toes swing it back off the mat, planting the right palm. Inhale, left arm reaches for our side plank. Look toward the fingers or straight out, whatever feels best on the neck today. One more inhale. Exhale, left hand returns to the mat, finding table once again. From here, I'm going to step the right foot forward in between the hands. You can walk your hands up the right thigh, finding a low lunge. And then from here, we'll just sink into our hips a little bit. We do have a little friend with you. Just giving them a little bit of attention if they're asking for it. Sinking into the hips and then out. You're just letting your hips feel heavy as you shift them forward. Noticing how just that maybe small movement feels in the different areas of your legs. If you do have a little friend with you, you can pick them up for a little bit of extra weight in your practice today. And then we'll come back to our crescent moon, legs are roughly at 90 degrees. Again, a blanket or a pillow, rolled up towel underneath the knees can help if you have any pain or sensitivity in them today. On your next inhale, arms will reach overhead, lengthening along the sides of the body. Take an inhale. Exhale, open arm twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Pressing into the right foot. Pressing into the top of the left foot, or if your toes are curled under, pressing into the toes. Inhale back to center. Both arms reaching. And as you exhale, move to a half split. So straightening the front leg. Hands can come to the hips, the mat. We're going to block. Can be helpful if you have one. Also use a book, cushion, pillow kind of folded up. Really just something to help maintain as much length along the spine. Slight bend in the front leg. Toes are pointing back toward the face. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're going to roll through that front foot, coming back to our lunge. Right foot will step back, finding table, and then we'll step the left foot forward, repeating on the other side. So starting by walking the hands up the leg, and then we'll sink in and out of the hips here. Just letting your hips feel heavy. Gravity pulling them down as you shift your weight forward into the left leg. spine full. To let your low back kind of flare out as you lean forward. You still want as much length along the spine. Really just letting everything shift forward. We don't want this. We want some length in the spine still. Coming back to our low lunge, 90 degrees in both legs. On your next inhale, arms will reach overhead, finding crescent moon. Again, lengthening on both sides of the body. Arms reaching up. One more inhale. Exhale, open twist to the left. Right arm forward. Left arm back. On your next inhale, back to our crescent moon, and then half split, straightening the front leg. Choosing where to place the hands. You can always shift that front foot forward. Give yourself a little bit more room in the pose. Slight bend in the left leg. And we'll stay here for a few breaths. Into that left hamstring now. Back of the extended leg. Another inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we'll roll through. The front foot coming back to our lunge. Walk to the side. Left foot steps back. Turning to our tabletop. Inhale to cow, letting the belly soften. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Cat. Back to our tabletop. We'll go through that flow, linking our breath and movement just once more. On each side, we'll take an inhale. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, crescent moon. And exhale to our half split. Inhale, back to our lunge. Exhale, right foot steps back, table. Take an inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, half split. I realize I skipped our twist. Inhale, back to our lunge. Left foot steps back. Let's do one more on each side. Inhale. Exhale, right foot steps forward. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist, left arm forward. Inhale, center, reaching the arms up. Exhale, half split. Inhale, back to our lunge. Exhale, right foot steps back. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps forward. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, open twist left, right arm forward. Inhale, center, reaching through the fingers. Exhale, half split. Inhale, rolling through the left foot steps back, finding table. Take an inhale. Exhale to child's pose. Knees spread wide, sinking the hips back. Head rests on the mat. Another inhale and exhale. Inhale, pressing back up to our tabletop position. From here, we're going to let the feet swing out to the left or to the right, coming down onto the hips, extending the legs long in front of you. Knees can be straight or a slight bend. Inhale, arms are reaching, finding length along the spine. Exhale for a seated forward fold. Inhale. Exhale, maybe sinking a bit deeper. Head and neck can relax. Stay here for a little bit longer, and maybe at the end of our traditional vinyasa flow cool down. And that opening across the entire back line of the body. Neck all the way down through to the heels. On your next inhale, walking the hands up the legs, finding a tall spine. And from here, we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, letting the knee fall open to the right. Inhale, arms reaching up once again. And then exhale, bowing over that left leg. Another seated fold. Just noticing how this different orientation of the legs affects how the fold feels. On your next inhale, walking the hands up the legs, right knee draws up and then extending the right leg out. Left knee draws into the chest, opening out to the side. Inhale, arms reaching, and then exhale, hinging at the hips, folding over the right leg here. Inhale, walking the hands up the legs, left knee draws in, and extending the left leg out. From here, we're going to come down onto our backs. You can bring the soles of the feet to the mat, scooching forward so you have room to roll down along the spine. Or look beside you just for a little bit. Counterweight, and then we'll draw both knees into the chest. You can hold on to your shins, backs of the thighs. Maybe wrapping the arms around the legs. You can rock back and forth if that feels good. And then from here, we're going to bring the right ankle on top of the left knee. Left foot can touch down. Just staying here for breath. This may be enough sensation in that right hip for you today. If you're looking for a little bit more, drawing the left leg in toward the chest. Or reclined figure four. Reclined pigeon. Breathing here, finding where it feels best in your body today. exhale. From here, we're going to cross the legs for an eagle legs. Right leg over the left. Extend your arms out long beside you. Take an inhale. To exhale, we're going to let the legs fall to the left. And you can look to the right. Always uncross your legs. If it's not comfortable to have them twisted in this spinal twist, inhale, drawing the knees back into center. We'll switch out to the legs. Right foot touches down. Left ankle crosses over the right knee. Again, staying here for a breath or two. This is plenty on that left hip, knowing it might be a little bit different than the right. Today, you can stay here or drawing the right leg in toward the chest. Recline pigeon, recline figure four, finding where it feels best in the body today. Sometimes rocking back and forth can help you find that sweet spot. Or just deep into sensation just a little bit. So here for another few breaths. Another inhale. And exhale. We're going to cross the legs into the eagle legs, extending the arms long. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, knees will fall to the right, and you can look to the left. Just shifting myself over so I don't hit the wall. Again, legs can be uncrossed if it's just not working for you today. Grab my cat. Same here in the twist. Hopefully without a little critter interrupting you. Another inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, knees will drop back into center. Maybe wrapping your arms around your legs. Just giving yourself one final squeeze here. And finding the final resting pose. Practice today, whether that is a traditional Shavasana, constructive rest, legs up the wall. Any props or anything you want to grab before settling in. Just choosing wherever you can be the most. Just on your mat. No longer needing to focus on anything. No longer really needing to do anything here. Just letting your body rest, letting your mind rest. Fully supported by the ground beneath you. leave you here in our Shavasana. And whatever that looks like for you, stay as long as you need, as long as you'd like. Thank you, as always, for joining me for practice. And have a wonderful rest of your day.